everyone, it's Keely here, and today is the start of a new series on my YouTube channel, which is a Scraplift each day of this month. I have set myself quite a big challenge here, and I'm hoping that I will be able to complete the full month with a video each day of a Scraplift that I've created. Now, today's Scraplift should be in the corner. I will also link below to Pinterest in case you'd like to have a go at this Scraplift as well. If you do have a go, please tag me on Instagram. I'd love to see what you've created with the inspiration I've brought today. So what I've started with first, I've gutted some pattern paper. The collection that I'm using is The Avenue by Jen Hadfield. And I've picked, I've got the 12 by 12 paper pad, and I've picked this gorgeous pink tone on tone check pattern for my border. On the original design there's quite a large border, so I've mimicked that on mine as well, and I've gone for quite a big border so that you can really see the pattern around the edge of the page. And I've distressed the edges of my paper, but I've not distressed quite that heavily. It's quite a light distressing around the edge just to give it a bit of texture. I have taped it all on the back, and that's just because sometimes the glue I use it can come quite loose when it's two papers or a cardstock and a paper together like that. So that just makes it a bit stronger, and it's not going to fall to pieces once it's in the album. So now what I'm doing is I'm going to start designing my page, and I'm following the Scraplift quite closely, which I do like to do when I'm scraplifting. If there's something about the layout that I'm really not keen on, or it's going to be quite difficult to recreate on an A4 page, then I will change it up. But this one is such a simple design. It was quite easy to kind of mimic onto an A4 layout. So I've picked this house paper. On the original there was a black and white pattern paper in the background. So I wanted something that was black and white, and even though you can't really see the design, it still gives just that touch of pattern behind the photo. And I'm going to create the tag in the same pattern paper that I've used for my border. So that's the basics of the design really. Now it's just a case of picking out some embellishments, a title, and then just adding those finishing details. So I'm having a look through the die cuts for this collection. I did get the I think it's like the phrase pieces with the phrases on, and a few little titly bits and things like that. And I also got the floral die cuts for this collection. And I'm now looking to see if I can use one of these gold phrases, which I absolutely love these, and you get so many in this pack as well. And I've decided to go for You Are Loved. And the reason I've picked this one is because the photo that I'm scrapbooking, it's quite an old photo for me. It's from 2011. My son TJ was born in the July. And we'd gone to visit family, and our niece Maisie was obsessed with TJ. She was about 18 months old, and every time she said it was baby, 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 and she had to touch him, and she wouldn't leave him alone. And this photo really does capture it. It's not the best quality photo. You can just see a glimpse of my husband's face in the corner. He's kind of holding on to TJ because she was trying to grab him. But you can really see her a really cute smiley face in the corner because she was so obsessed with him. So this photo really is documenting that. Now they're older and they're more friends now, and they get on quite well. But at this time, she was totally obsessed with him. And when he first started like toddling, and she kept trying to pick him up and things like that. He used to find her really annoying when he was little. But it was so adorable to see how much she loved her new baby cousin. And, you know, this is just a point of our lives where they were both so little, now they're so grown up. So it's definitely something I wanted in my album. So I've distressed the papers that I'm using behind my photo. I've also made the pink paper into a tag. And I'm starting to attach everything down now, ready to do some machine stitching shortly. I have got a small strip of coloured paper along the bottom. In the original layout, they had like a stripy pattern paper, little thin strip along the bottom, and again I wanted to recreate that on my layout, but I've gone for a lovely pink, and it's a slightly darker shade, which I think helps tie in the florals, even though they're more of a, I'd say they're more of an orangey tone, but I just feel like it brings everything together. So I stick that down along the bottom. I have pulled in a gold tag label to put at the bottom as well, which I could add the date on once I come to add my journaling onto my layout, which I tend to, for my journaling, that's part of my scrapbooking that I do tend to keep quite private. I tend to get a stack of pages and then go through and type my journaling for each page, and then date them and add them to my albums. So my journaling I do tend to keep quite private, just for me and my family. So I have fussy cut around these florals. I don't know if anyone else has found this, but the white border around the edge of these can be quite chunky, and I've also found mine to be quite uneven as well. I don't know whether this is just an issue with the pack that I've got, or if anyone else has found this with these die cuts as well. So with these I've been fussy cutting around just to try and even the border out and make it slightly thinner, so that to me it just looks better. And I prefer that finish on a lot of my die cuts, not just florals. So now I'm committing to sticking those behind the photo. I do chop some of the floral pattern off, and that's just because I find that I can save those little bits and possibly use them to tuck in here and there on another page. So at the top of the original layout there was like a heart, I think it was either a die cut or a chipboard piece. I've decided to go for another floral cluster at the top instead, and I really like how that looks. And I've also gone for this die cut here, which again has a nice little floral cluster on the end. It brings in some black and white too, which I felt like I needed to bring in on the page. And it says "Feel Love," which again I feel is quite fitting for the photo and the story of this page. And I've got I fussy cut out one of the little houses from the house pattern paper. We was visiting family. We was at Tom's mum's house. I think we'd gone around for a barbecue on this particular day. I can't remember exactly. It was quite a long time ago now. And I've also brought in a bramble fox heart, a little heart perspective, which is in the perfect tone for the papers that I've used. I have stuck down my title now as well. I find that these can be quite fiddly to stick down, so it took a little bit of time, so I didn't make you watch me stick all of those letters down. I have put some twine in my tag. I do like to finish a tag off with some twine, and I did leave the twine quite long because I liked how it kind of hung down the page. And I'm coming in now with some gold gems from my stash. This design was quite clean, there wasn't any mixed media, so I felt like just a couple of gems around the page just added that little bit of sparkle to finish it off. So here is my finished layout for today. Please check back again tomorrow for another scrap lift, and also please check out Rebecca's and Xochy's Instagram. They're going to try and join in with me this month with a layout a day as well, and see if they can do one each day along with me. Thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.